Okay, well, it has been a few days since I filmed anything. 2 days. Oops. 2 days ago I finished welding up all of the fish plates and support panels for the frame, but there had been a few spots of porosity, so yesterday I ground those out and I re-welded them, drilled another hole for the tranny mount because that was got cut out when I did the cut. Also, after I'd done all that work, I'd rolled it outside, which it's been raining the last few days, so yesterday when I came back to work, everything was super rusty, just surface rust, so I just cleaned it off and then gave it a coat of paint. So with that, this sort of part is done for now. I think I'm going to start taking apart the van and start trying to just figure out how it's all going to fit on here. I'm sure I'm going to have to cut out the tunnel for the engine, and I do not know how it's going to go together. But I'll start today taking it apart so I can see a little more what's going on. There's a ton of stuff in here that's sort of just accumulated over probably many years. Start taking it out. I think I'll take the floor out so I can see what the understructure looks like before I pull the body off. I think that'll give me a lot more access to everything. So this van was converted into a camper from a delivery van in 1968. And like, it's hilarious the stuff they did. I mean, the wheel wells are just box sections. They're probably just boxes that somebody bought, flipped over and used as wheel tubs, and just like, it's so pieced together. It's crazy, but hey, it worked. And I know that there was a road trip done in this van. I actually have a couple pages of like a journal of when they converted it to a camper and then they took it on its sort of maiden voyage. So yeah, it is absolutely hilarious, some of the stuff they've done, and just to get it going. And I'm nervous about when I start pulling things apart, but everything's easy, so I'm not too concerned about it. Well, floor's out. There's some super interesting repairs. It's really fun to sort of see what they did, how they made it work. Obviously, like, it's totally slapped together and like not great execution, but hey, they got it done and they used it. But structure is looking pretty rough. I still have to peel back some of the sheet metal they did. When they got somebody to do sheet metal work, they must have had somebody that does sheet metal work, as in heating and ventilation. And yeah, lots of rusted out stuff. I think I might just get some new C-channels made and use those to just basically rebuild the structure, as that won't be that hard. And yeah, it definitely needs it. So also, I think at one point not too long ago, somebody must have tried to get this thing going, because there's a new electric fuel pump in here, so it might not have been that long since it's been used. A lot of what I've been doing today is just trying to figure out how I'm going to make this body fit on that frame. And a few of the issues I'm having are, for one, that frame is a lot higher than this frame. Now this frame goes straight, it's just a straight channel from the back to the front. And the truck frame, of course, is higher in the back and steps down over the cab. with that issue, back half of that frame is almost 8.5 inches taller in the back than this one is. So I'm just sort of trying to figure out the best way to do it. Obviously I can lower it. I'm going to flip the axle onto the top of the leaf springs. But I need to save some other height other ways, and I think what I'm going to do, all these cross members need to be replaced, and instead of just replacing them exactly as they are, the back ones, which are 3.5 inches tall, I'm going to replace with a 1 inch tall by 2 inch steel channel. So that'll give me 2.5 inches. It will lower the body 2.5 inches. Another issue is actually the new truck frame is 8 inches too short, so I'll have to weld on a piece there. Not a big deal. And then up in the cab, the frame is actually on the new truck significantly wider than that gap, so I'm gonna have to cut away those panels. It'll just be a smaller step in the end. I'm not sure, but I'm still just taking things apart. I gotta strip this back so I can just see exactly what I'm working with. I need to sort of have a plan in place so that the weekend that I decide to swap the bodies, I've got everything ready to go and I can just get it done in a weekend. So I don't think it's gonna be that hard in the end. It's kind of daunting looking at it, but once I get everything stripped back, and today I'll sort of try to get all the bolts loose and free so that I don't have to do that the next time. So I'm excited, it's going well. It's cooler today, which is nicer for working out here. But yeah, and the plan's coming together, so I'm feeling good about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Have a good one.